Lenawee Sports is in Redskin country tonight, where the boys of Clinton look to earn their first win of the season against the Blissfield Royals. High school varsity basketball starts right now, only on LSN.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
You've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the President's Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.
Lenawee Sports and the Michigan High School Athletic Association proudly presents high school varsity basketball. The boys of Blissfield have arrived here in Clinton, hoping to start their season off with a win. And as always, it's all part of the season-long race to our state championship. Good evening, friends. I'm Josh Ramirez alongside Zach Higgins, and we have a special guest right here, Coach Sullivan. Coach, how you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you guys tonight?
We're great, yeah. So you have a game against Clinton right now, and Zach's going to be asking you a few questions about that.
So, Coach, who are you looking to, carry the offense, and who are you looking to be your big scorer tonight?
We returned our three leading scorers from last year. They were all juniors. Josh Eisman will average about 10 points a game last night. I expect him to have a nice year. We have Dylan Weasel underneath that will give us some points underneath. And Andy Brown was a returning guard from last year. Averaged about 6 points a game. We also have Devin Slusher returning this year. He was out last year with an ACL injury from football, and so far he's looking good in practice, and we're looking forward to getting those four seniors on the floor. We got a couple of youngsters that are coming up. We have two freshmen joining the team this year. Ty Wyman will be our starting point guard this year, and Gavin Gannon should see significant minutes also for our offense and defense.
So what are you looking for out of your entire team tonight?
Our goal tonight is just to play in control and not have a lot of turnovers. It's the first game. We're assuming people are going to be a little nervous. We still haven't settled on what we think our rotation is going to be for the year. So you're going to see several different lineups out there. So we're hoping that no matter what the lineup is, they adjust to each other, can play the different spots and different rotations, and we have a good night offensively. If we can score 60 points tonight, keep Clinton in the 45 to 50 range, I think we can be real successful.
Thank you, Coach.
Keep it right here. We'll be back with Clinton's head coach. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Lenawee Sports Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and the Lenawee Sports Network.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive, sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop,
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should be positive role models and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
All right, welcome back to the pregame. We're joined here with Coach Kelly. Coach, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good. So we're going to ask you a few questions. My first question is, obviously you guys are coming off a very close loss last week. How have you guys, practiced and ready for this game?
Well, the guys, they definitely bounced back. Well, this is a very competitive group. We're young, we're inexperienced, but they're hungry. They're hungry to change the standard of Clinton basketball, and that's kind of our motto this year is new standard. So we had a great 2 days of practice, and we're glad to be here in front of our home crowd, and hopefully we'll play well in front of them.
And playing against the Blissfield Royals, what is something you guys have kind of took into account as far as practice goes, the last couple of practices?
We know they're definitely going to be tough. They're going to be a little bit bigger than us. They have very strong guard play. They're pretty athletic. And the guys that played varsity, they remember last year. We know that they're a great defensive team. They play very good help side. So we've game planned accordingly, and we're going to try and execute that game plan.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to be throwing it to break. We'll be back with the action. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, the Clinton Redskins are on a little bit of a run here, 7-0 with just under 6 minutes left in the first quarter here. Blissfield with it. Clinton are not in their full court press there anymore. Brown with it, struggling over to Slusher. Slusher throwing it back to Brown, but is going to be taken away. And a foul on the Blissfield Royals.
I don't see where that came in, but
Fortney passing it in. Out back and over his head. That was Stapnowski who could not grab that. Over to Wyman. Wyman bounce passing it, and that is going to be Clinton's ball. Another turnover here.
Blissfield having some early first game struggles here.
Yeah, this obviously being the first game of the season for them, we're going to see those type of, trying to get into the groove of an actual game here. So hopefully they can work out the kinks in the first quarter here and get back in the ball game.
Exactly, and it's great that at least all these mistakes and errors are coming off in the first quarter, so they can try and come off to this and get back in it in the later quarters.
The three-pointer down, and just like that is a 10-0 lead there. That was number 22, Stephen Fortney. Wyman to Slusher. Down the middle, and that is in and out for number 44, Dylan Weasel.
They're just getting robbed in and out on these layups.
No good for Redskins. Eisenman. A little spin move, and that is also no good. Redskins with it. Langer Freeman with it up top. Calling a play out here. See if they can do something with it. Fortney driving it in, and there's going to be a foul on Blissfield. I think that was on Devin Schlusher. Redskins going to sub out Langer Freeman, who has been playing very hard these first few minutes here.
Yeah, and you could tell coming off that loss last week that they're hungry and they want it.
They definitely are showing some improvement. And we did, talk to the coach, Coach Cuddley before the game about the loss. It was only a 4-point loss, but definitely. And an air ball there. It is going to be Clinton's ball here. Seeing a trend as the Blissfield Royals turn it over once again.
And that was a smart play you saw there when the ball was going out of bounds. Just throw it off the Blissfield back. You don't see that very often.
No, definitely a little bit of hustle on there as we see another three being drained by the Clinton offense. Ty Wyman with it, over to Eisenman, over to Wyman. Wyman driving it in, out to his brother, who I'm assuming is his brother. They both have the same last name there. And no good again. That was Slusher with the fadeaway post shot. 13-0, Clinton up, over to Nelson. Nelson back to Stepnowski. Over to Fortney in the corner. Trying to dribble it out. No, he's going to spin it. Not going to take the pick, but it is blocked there by the Blissfield defense. Wyman with it. Take it up to the top of the key. Over to Eisenman to the middle down there. That's the big number 44 Weasel with the first 2 points for the Blissfield's offense.
I feel like he's going to have a good game. Because he's got that size, and he can just body those down low defense right up to the basket and score.
Yeah, definitely, if you see the size advantage he has over Fortney and a little spin and 2 points, back-to-back baskets for Weasel, he's gonna be sent to the line and maybe getting a 5th point here for himself and his team. Free throw is good. Weasel with 5 points now, carrying the team in the past few possessions here. Blissfield, a 3-2. And it's picked away there by Eisenman. Over to Wyman. Wyman is going to get fouled. Go to the line for two shots there. And, just like that, Zach, the momentum seems like it's swinging over to the Blissfield side.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need right now. They need this roll that they've kind of got going to kind of get themselves back on track because they need something.
Definitely down 13, bringing the lead up just a little bit by a little bit. Fortunately, the shot's missed there by Wyman. Only down 8 now with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter. And Weasel is going to be taken out there. It's Dylan Weasel, number 44. He's going to be taking a little bit of a break. Definitely deserves it. And there's like a foul on the floor and another shot.
A line violation by number 24, giving Blissfield one more shot.
And that one is good. Took advantage of the violation there, 13-6. Feltz with a little reverse layup there. Number 24, Justin Feltz, the 6'4" junior. Gunning with it, no good. Rebounded by Feltz there. Feltz is going to take another shot, no good. Wyman to Wyman. Back to Wyman.
That's fun to say.
Wyman. Whenever I see my friends do something stupid, I usually say that. Why, man?
Wyman, yeah.
We have a tangle up here, and they're going to call a jump ball even though it looked like Blissfield kind of came away with it.
Yeah, and it looked to me like Blissfield was fighting over their own ball.
Yeah.
They had 2 players on the floor. Looked like they were both grabbing the ball, and the white was the other way.
Degner passing it in to Feltz. Feltz almost losing it, but they're going to keep possession there. In the corner there to Degner, stolen away again by Eisenman, and he is going to take a little layup to push this Blissfield Royals score to 8.
And that's his second or third steal, I think, tonight.
And yeah, just his first quarter. You know, he's very handsy. He's getting away with these steals.
Clinton definitely needs to take care of the ball.
And almost lost there, and Clinton keeps it. A drive, passing out, air ball that was Nelson, but a travel is called before the basket was put up. Blissfield with it, only down 7 here. 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
And here comes Blissfield. They're coming back. No, only down 15-8 now.
And Eisenman, Josh Eisenman, a senior, is going to be taken out now after a very crucial few steals here in this first quarter. Going to take a break. Wyman with it over to Brown. Brown over to Slusher. Slusher almost losing it to Brown. Brown over to number 33, Gonin with the miss. And as a little jumble with the ball, over to Gunnan.
Blissfield coming up with all these offensive rebounds.
Wyman with a open 3, no good. And that was number 12, Clark Nelson, with the power rebound. And we are going to throw it to break after that first quarter of action. Clinton up 15-8. We'll be back with the second quarter. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire, but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
All right, and welcome back. We are just getting into our second quarter here of action. Clinton Redskins up 15-8. Started off with a big 13 lead, but the Royals, brought that down with a few crucial steals, and then Weasel with a big back-to-back 5 points. And now they are only down by 7.
What are you expecting out of Blissfield this quarter, being down 15-8?
Well, they were down 13-0 or 13-0, and so I think that they hopefully will carry over this momentum if they want to, get back and maybe even tie this ball game up, take the lead possibly. As Eisenman and Wyman take it. In the middle there, missed by Gunin. Open shot. He was just a little bit overexcited with his shot there.
And that one hurts. That was a wide open, great pass by Blissfield, and he just missed that.
Yeah. Drabicki with the ball. Over to Freeman. Freeman trying to find somebody. And Nelson's just going to take it. Back to Nelson. Over to Feltz. Feltz to Freeman. Freeman fake passing it to the right. Going to drive it in. Over to the open Campbell. 2 points for the Clinton offense.
Everything seemed to be falling for Clinton.
Wyman over to Gainen. Gainen back to Wyman to Brown. Driving it in is number 31, Devin Slusher, a senior.
Again with that size advantage.
Down the middle, and it is good there. That was Clark Nelson. 19-10, 6:25 left in the first half. A wild pass over to Wyman. Wyman there's a jump ball there. And it is going to be Clinton's ball. Weasel is back in the game. Let's see if he can continue his streak that he was having in the first quarter with his dominant size over the smaller Clinton team.
And I know that's what Blissfield's hoping for right now.
Yeah, definitely, like, being down 9 points right now, you know, anything helps. So
exactly.
And trapped in the corner is Fortney, and a in and out shot there.
Great defense by Blissfield right there, trapping everybody.
Foot was on the line. That's an over and back call. Wyman tried to save it, but was just short. It is going to be another turnover for the Blissfield Royals.
Blissfield's they're gonna be skeptical about that one because he was right there, and I don't know if he went over.
Definitely, you just got to trust the ref sometimes, you know?
Yep.
Freeman with it. Calling the play before he even goes over the line. Dravicki getting trapped in the corner, doesn't really know where to go, gets it over to Nelson. Nelson over to Freeman. Freeman getting trapped there, back to Nelson. Nelson over to Drabicki. A three-pointer is good. That is the third three of the game there for the Redskins. Over to Eisenman. Back to Wyman. Wyman to Eisen. Over to Brown. Brown for his own three-pointer. It is good. Take that, Clinton. Right back at it. 13-22.
You know, I like the style defense that Blissfield's playing right now with whoever gets the ball, just trap him.
And it seems to be working. They're a little frantic as the Clinton is being trapped, and you know they only have to worry about the open man not getting a three-pointer at the Blissfield's defense.
Yeah, and that's the only thing you got to worry about with this type of defense, with the trap, is that you got to move. You got to move when the guy passes it from one guy to the other, and if you're not quick enough, then as we've seen before, they just pop those threes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we've been seeing the past couple of plays, and we had a looked like a moving pick, I believe, by Clinton. So Blissfield's gonna have it. Down by 9. Wyman over to Slusher. Slusher back to Wyman. Pump faking a three over to Eisenman in the corner. Eisenman's going to drive it, but get a blocking foul. That was on number 23, Michael Meeks, for the Clinton Redskins. Robert Campbell in. Stephen Fortney out for Clinton. Dean Wyman passing it to Slusher. Slusher to Brown. Brown getting tripped up there over to Eisenman. Eisenman at the top of the key. And a quick little jumper miss there by Slusher. Clinton taking possession. Keegan Degner in for Mitchell Drabicki. And a blocked shot there. Blissfield taking it. Wyman running it up the court. Over to Eisenman to Brown in the corner for another three. This one is no good. Degner with the rebound. Campbell losing it, but will keep possession here. Over to Feltz. Feltz to Freeman. Freeman to Nelson. Nelson to Feltz. Feltz to Freeman to Nelson. Going to post shoot it, and a travel is called by Freeman, trying to get the rebound there. Trips under his own feet. Wyman passing it in to Eisenman. Back to Wyman. Wyman driving it in down the middle to Ezel. Blocked there, but he is going to get his own rebound, go up for the shot, fouled, and trying to get his second and one of the ball game here.
I love the hustle by number 44. He wants this game so bad, and you can tell by he got that 5-point run and then another and one right here.
Yeah, we are just seeing a tenacity that, you know, no one else on the court can really match as far as size and power goes, so far in the game at least. Wiseman goes up with it, but is no good. Campbell. Over to Feltz. Feltz driving it, getting pushed out of bounds by number 31, Devin Slusher. Gainon's going to be coming into the ball game for Slusher after that foul. Just under 3 minutes in the first half. Over to Feltz. Blocked. Pass. Wyman going to be taking the ball up. Over to Eisenman, but he was not ready. And neither was that poor woman in the crowd. Good thing it wasn't a face shot. That would have been pretty sad to see. She does have mom reflexes. I'm sure she has kids at home who are just throwing toys around like wild children. You know, I know my mom has those type of reflexes. Over to Feltz. To Nelson to Freeman. Campbell with it. Feltz going to take it in, power it in, but no good.
There's nice ball movement by Clinton every time they come down the floor. They're moving the ball around until they find the guy that's open.
Wayman with a little floater, no good. Weasel with the rebound and up and no good for Weasel. Langer Freeman with it. Feltz to Freeman. Freeman driving it in and smacked away there. Josh Eisenman said, I don't think that's going to happen today. I'm sorry. Were you planning on something going in the basket? Because that's not on my watch. He was high up in the air there for that block. He was very high.
If I do say so myself, he has some hops.
He does. Robert Campbell over to Fortney. Fortney to Campbell. Back to Fortney. Fortney down there. That was a miss by Nelson. Eisenman over to Wyman. Wyman to Wyman. Over to Gainon. Gainon back to Wyman. Over to Eisenman. He's going to drive it. And the little layup is no good, but tried to get his own rebound, did not. Clinton's going to keep it there. It is 15-22. Down 7 is the Blissfield Royals. Ooh, Campbell throwing it to Nelson. Nelson was not ready for that ball. Fortney with it over to Campbell. Campbell driving it in and no good off the backboard. Gainon to Wyman. Wyman looking up at Eisenman. Eisenman to Gainon. Gainon in the post looking for something, and he gets it there with a little footwork. 2 points for Gainon.
And if you're looking at the points that Blissfield's got, I think all of their points have been in or very close to very close to the paint.
Yeah, they are fighting for every point they're getting. They are not sticking around the three-point line. And Weasel right there, we're trying to save it there. But yeah, they are definitely fighting for every point they get as Clinton takes a timeout. Royals only down 5 here. We are going to throw it to break. You are watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun. Oh, go for cake. Cake for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes. And it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
All right, and welcome back. We just came out of a Clinton timeout. The first for Clinton, and I believe both teams have one timeout taken. And a stolen there by Wyman, and the layup is good. 2 points there as the quarter dwindles down. And a crazy shot is good there. That was Campbell with a little hook shot there to end the quarter. Clinton Redskins up 25, Blissfield Royals 19 as we head into the half. We'll be back with the third quarter after the break. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
And welcome back to the action. The second half is just getting underway. If you're just tuning in, the Clinton Redskins are up 25-19, but there was a little bit of a kickback by the Blissfield Royals there at the end of that first half. Eisenman over to Brown. Brown with it, getting double teamed there and smacked away. The pass was intended for Slusher. Eisenman going to be throwing it in on the sideline. We definitely saw a lot of Eisenman's defense in that first half there, Zach, and hopefully we see more of the show in the second.
Yeah, the Blissfield's gonna need his defense, like as you saw, that great block there in the second quarter.
Ball was stolen again there by Eisenman. We were just talking about his impeccable defense. Wyman up top with it.
I think there was 4 steals now by Eisenman.
And Blissfield's going to keep it. Eisenman over to Slusher. Slusher back to Eisenman. In the corner to Brown. Brown back to Eisenman. To the middle, Slusher, top of the key. No good there. Weasel fighting for it. Campbell coming away with it. Driving and over to Feltz. Feltz is good for the 2 points. 27-19.
They're going to need to keep him under control because he has 6 points, I think, 6 or 8.
Eisenman's getting trapped over there, over to Wyman. And that's going to be taken by Campbell. Almost blocked there. Eisenman smacking the glass there, trying to get the block. Wyman with it, going to be fouled there by Campbell. And we have a timeout called by Blissfield. You know, I'm really looking forward to see, you know, what Blissfield does, being down by so many points again here. We saw it happen in the first half, down by, 13, then crawling back, and then only to be, another lead being taken by the Clinton Redskins. Hopefully, that's just the kick in the pants that the Blissfield Royals need there, Zach.
Yeah, and, being down by 10 now. I mean, they were down by 13, and they came back a little bit, so.
Yeah, we're going to see. We definitely, we've seen the, hustle and the hard work put in by, these Blissfield Royals. And the scoreboard just doesn't, match up with how hard they're playing out here.
Yeah, and that lead in the first couple minutes, that really hurt Blissfield, and they're going to have to do all they can to get that back.
Wyman with it. Over to Eisenman. Eisenman wide open out there to Slusher in the middle. Slusher, a throwaway shot there. Had 2 to 3 people on them. Felt's going to be taking it to himself, losing it, bouncing it, and that's going to be a double dribble by Clinton Redskins. Blissfield with it. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third.
And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, when they're out on the corners, Clinton is giving Blissfield a taste of their own medicine, just trapping whoever has the ball when they're over there in the corner.
Yeah, they definitely don't want no open threes over there in that corner. Slusher with it over to Wyman. Wyman trying to get something going here. Over to Wyman. Back to Eisenman. Eisenman up with the 3, no good. And a loose ball foul. Push the Clinton Redskin player. Nelson passing it into, looks like Freeman. Freeman's going to be taking it up. Eisenman on him. Over to Fortney. Over to Campbell. Campbell dribbling it around. Over to his teammate Nelson. Nelson calling a little bit of a play here. Over to Feltz in the corner. Feltz with it. He's going to try to get something, and that shot is no good there by Nelson. And a Clinton player fell into the crowds there. That was number 10, Campbell, but looks like he's okay.
Great hustle there, but great thing he didn't get hurt, or nobody in the crowd did.
Yeah, it looks like just maybe a little kids there afraid of what happened, but they seem to be okay too.
Have nightmares tonight about a big guy coming and knocking over their Gatorade cooler.
Yeah, they're going to be on the jungle gym tomorrow telling war stories about today. Wyman over to Wyman. Wyman out to number 33, Gannon. Gannon looking for something with it. Wyman over to Eisenman. Eisenman trying to dribble to Wyman. Open there in the corner. That is no good, but the rebound is lost there by Eisenman. Both teammates, Wyman and Eisenman, kind of jumped into each other.
And that's the second time we've seen that happen. 2 Blissfield players colliding, one on the floor and one over there.
Yeah, definitely looks like they need to work on their communication in some capacity there in the the offensive board. Campbell driving it, a little spin there, no good, but he's going to get his own rebound, throwing it out, and stepped out of bounds, so Blissfield's going to take it. Still down by 10. It's been a scoreless few minutes here. Wyman rushing up over to Eisenman. Eisenman going to be taking it in the middle. A little jump shot is no good for Eisenman. Campbell passing it over to Freeman. The three-pointer is good there for Freeman. And the lead now back up again to 13. Wyman to Wyman over. A timeout is called because he had nowhere to go with it. 32-19, Clinton up still. We are going to be throwing it to break. You are watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic.
That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids.
We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone.
And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education.
HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 32-19, Clinton up in this ball game still. Wyman throwing it into Eisenman. Eisenman back to Wyman to Eisenman. Trying to find some open player there in the middle to Gannon. Gannon for a little jumper. That is good. 2 points for Blissfield. 21 points. Freeman with it, looking up to Campbell. Campbell over to Nelson to number 20, Drabicki.
And you got to think Blissfield's head coach is a little disappointed in his team right now just because, you know, in the pregame when we interviewed Blissfield's head coach, he said that he wanted his team to get up to the 60s or 70s point range right now, and they're only in the 21. They got 21 points right now in the third quarter, with the Redskins at 32. So
yeah, definitely, Coach Sullivan was probably not going to be happy with the point total, but I don't think he's going to be angry with how hard these players are playing tonight. You know, just the buckets aren't just draining in for them. That's like one of the biggest things that I can see tonight for the Blissfield Royals is their shots aren't going down. They're not getting easy shots. Everything they're getting is just not going down for them. That's why there's such a deficit.
Yeah.
Feltz with it, and that is taken away by Wyman, rushing it up, and lost there. Over to Campbell. Campbell is going to take a little floater. That is no good, but they're going to get their own rebound. No, they're not. That was the loose ball foul on Clinton. Wyman is going to be throwing it in to Wyman. Eisenman looking for somebody. Gets Gannon. Gannon to Wyman. Over to Wyman. Back to Wyman. To Gannon, to Eisenman. There's a lot of N's coming out of my mouth right now.
Yeah.
Wyman, Eisenman, Wyman to Wyman. Then we got a little weasel down there in the key. A three is up and good for Eisenman.
I gotta think that's one of Blissfield's first outside shots of the game.
Yeah, it's one of the first open shots they're getting too. So, and hopefully, we can get a few more and get this ball game tied up, at least close to it. Freeman with it over to Feltz, and a three-pointer there, shot right back at the Blissfield Royals three. Going tit for tat with that. Wyman with it, and a foul is called on Freeman.
Just like I said before, everything falling for Clinton and nothing falling for Blissfield.
And even when things do fall, they respond right back with another three, as we saw the last possession there.
Exactly. I mean, you can score all you want, but if your defense isn't there and you let them score right back, nothing's going to happen.
Exactly. Over to Wyman. Wyman to Wyman. Back to number 10 there. In the corner is Ty Wyman. Over to Eisenman. Eisenman's going to drive it in, passing it out to Dean. Dean to Ty Wyman. Gannon is going to be taking it, and that is a wild shot, but it pays off for him. Another 2 points for Gannon. Pump fake number 12 takes the open three, and that is going to bounce around before it rattles in. Clark Nelson.
Blissfield's defense is struggling right now. And like we said before, answer for every Blissfield point.
26-38, 44 seconds left in the third quarter here. Nelson passing it in. Few substitutions. You have Keegan Degner coming in. A little bit of confusion. We'll see what's we're waiting for. There we go. Nelson to Campbell. Eisenman on him. Fortney with it over to Campbell. Driving it up, throwing it out to Fortney. That three is good, and just like that, the lead is up now, 26-41.
Clinton is on fire.
And
nothing can stop them.
A steal and layup there by Campbell. And this run is only getting bigger. A far three by Eisenman, no good. Hit the roof there. It looks like a little bit of carpet fell down or whatever, insulation fell down. We're going to throw it to break. Redskins up 43-26. You are watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Huntington. Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear? Got your personal references, high school diploma or equivalent?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
It's right there.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
All right, welcome back. We are about to enter the fourth quarter here. This Clinton Blissfield basketball game. Redskins up 43-26. Zach, what is something that the Blissfield Royals need to change in order to get back in this ball game?
I think they need to work on their defense because, you know, they're just letting Clinton get all the shots they want, especially on the outside of the outside the three-point line, and that's what's killing them right now. I think Clinton's made three or four three-pointers in the last minute and a half, and you know you can't let that happen, especially when the lead's by almost 20 points.
Definitely, if you're far behind, you can't let players get easy open shots like that. Ball's bounced around there. That was Degner with it over to Felch. And a three-pointer is up and no good by Nelson. And a fight for the ball. Jump ball is called. Blissfield's going to get possession here on it. Wyman throwing it in. That's Dean Wyman to Ty Wyman. Over to Gannon. Gannon to Wyman. Wyman pump faking Eisenman with it. And Slusher is going to get fouled. And Slusher is going to be going to the line for 2 free throw attempts.
And right now, there's no room for error, so you better hope. Blissfield's hoping that he's making both of these free throws.
First one. Good. One more. Second one also good for Slusher. Fortney in the corner, thinking about driving it, and it is Pushed away. Fortney getting his own rebound, though. Feltz a little up and over. Should I say up and under?
Some more fancy stuff over there by Clinton.
Eisman looking for something. And that was Keegan Degner with a push for Clinton. Gonna get the foul, and Blissfield's gonna be throwing it in under the basket. Slusher with an easy 2 points. Cutting the lead down now to just 15. Stepnowski with it. Driving it in, trying to get something out to number 24, Feltz. Feltz to Campbell. Campbell to Stepnowski. Nelson over to Stepnowski, and the three is up and no good. Eisenman with it. And he's going to take it himself, but no good. Layup is missed. Campbell with it. About to hit the 6-minute mark left in the game. Nelson with the long two is good.
And again, like I said before, defense. They need their defense, and it's not happening right now.
Campbell with the foul. Ty Wyman tossing it in. Over to Gannon. To Wyman. Smacked away, but a foul is called on Stepnowski.
And looks like we got a 1-and-1 because the Royals got a bonus, which, you know, they better be glad they got that right now.
Yeah, we definitely need to put some type of point on the board. And they're not going to be able to, but
and another line violation by Clinton, the second of the game.
gotta watch those feet. I don't mean in the Quentin Tarantino way.
Another
Over
shot
to
with the
Feltz.
same result.
Campbell with the rebound and put back. 2 points there for Campbell. The lead has climbed to 19 here. Brown with it. Driving it out and passing it to Wyman. Wyman with the fancy dribble to Wyman. That's an air ball there. Nelson with it. Getting it over the half-court line. Going to slow it down a bit. Gonna let the clock, you know. Oh, that was a travel there.
Yep.
Campbell knew it himself. Wyman to Wyman. And that was a pass to number 50, Spencer Horkey, but lost. And then an open three is taken by Stepnowski, and that was just drained there. No one on him for some odd reason. And the lead is the highest it's ever been, 52-30. And missed there, rebounded by number 25, Keegan Degner, the 6'1 junior.
I don't know what happened to Blissfield's defense on that last drive, but there was nobody down there. Their transition defense was not even there.
It was definitely omitted from that last one, and we saw the circumstances of which and the trip up there. Definitely saw the outcome, a three-pointer and the lead up now 22. Noah Leonard in for number 12, Ty Wyman. Degner passing it in. Campbell with it. Over to Stapnowski. To Degner. Degner, a little bit of dribbling moves. Campbell over to Stapnowski to back to Campbell to Stapnowski. Got a little bit of hot potato going and out to Nelson. Nelson looking for something, and that is going to be smacked away. Clinton holding possession.
Looks like Blissfield's changing up their defense in a man-to-man instead of that 3-2. Or 2-3, sorry.
Stapnowski with it. Over to Degner. Degner driving it in. Pass again to Feltz. Out to Campbell. And the clock is just winding down. We foul on Leonard.
And that's exactly what Clinton is wanting right now, is to just run that clock down and just keep passing the ball around and dribbling because they don't want Blissfield to get the ball back.
Trabicki over to Freeman. Freeman driving it in, almost losing it. Drabnicki back to Freeman. Freeman driving around, and it is a jump ball. Clinton holds on to possession. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this basketball game here. And it's stolen away there by Blissfield. Van Steensky with it. Over to Leonard. Leonard driving it in, out to number 22. That was Kleperic with the miss there. And a foul on Cooper Rinaldi, the 6'5" junior. Second shot is up for Spencer Horkey. That one is also no good. We have another line violation there.
Wow, another line violation by Clinton, the third now of the game.
Yeah, even though they come away from the win, they are going to be able to find some things to work on in the practice area before the next game.
Especially with these line violations. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they definitely need to just stay focused and patient on those on the free throws. And I didn't know if we were watching a basketball game or a theater play, but we had a little bit of dramatics there.
A little bit. I think 34 just wanted to draw that foul, but didn't get it.
tossed out to Drabnicki. Drabnicki driving it in, and that is up and in for Drabnicki. Another jump ball here. Blissfield keeping it. We've moved past the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Leonard tossing it in. And that is Corky with the easy 2. Freeman with it. Over to Fazer. Rinaldi over to Freeman. Freeman to Drabicki. Now to Lancaster, back to Drabicki, and we have a travel on number 20, Mitchell Drabicki, the junior.
It's a good call by the ref. I'm not sure. I didn't know if they were going to catch that or not, but they did, and that was a good call.
Because someone's watching the feet. It looks like it's the refs.
Yep.
Bowser with it over to Perrick. Leonard with the long 2, and that is going to be rebounded by Van Steensky. Up and an air ball. Just under a minute left.
Looks to me like Clinton's going to pull out this game with 50, just under a minute to go left in the game.
Freeman tossing it down, and there's a under the basket reverse layup there. That was number 32, Austin Bowser. Over to Leonard. Leonard looking for something. Over to Strand. And a missed jumper there by Horkey.
Just under 20 seconds left to go in the game.
Lancaster tossing it in to Freeman. And we're going to watch the last few seconds come down, and the Clinton Redskins are going to take away this victory here, 56-33. We're going to toss it to break, and we'll be back with the post game. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The odds of this boy achieving his dream in fashion? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Welcome to the post game. We're joined by the winning Coach Kelly and Campbell. We're going to ask them a few questions about the game here. So, Coach, in the opening quarter, you guys pulled off a 13-0 lead. How do you think that kind of helped out with the rest of the game?
Well, I think, coming out strong in the first quarter obviously set the tone for the rest of the game. We kind of lost some momentum there in the second quarter, but it definitely set the tone with our energy and with everything that we were trying to do, with everything that we preach. It definitely set the tone for the game.
Definitely. And towards the end of the game, the lead got, wider and wider as the minutes went past. How did you, kind of coach the kids and, tell them to, just keep fighting for it, even though they knew that the win was probably going to be coming soon?
We want to play our game no matter what this year, no matter what the score is, whether we're down 20, up 20. We want to perfect the things that we want to do. We have the saying of pursuit of perfection, and we're going to try and be perfect in every possession, no matter who's on the court.
And with, the win, there isn't much, can critique, but there are a few little things. We saw a few line violations happen in the second half a lot. What are some other things that you saw tonight that maybe could work on for the next game? Yeah, the lane violations, that's just kind of lack of focus. I think being so excited and so amped up definitely presented that as a problem. But, we got to work on covering that high post in the 2-3 zone. They got a couple open looks, but for the most part, we played really well tonight. Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach. Congratulations. And, Zach, you have the star player of the game over here.
So, as Jesse said, you guys got out to a 13-0 lead. How did that feel as a player?
It was great and all, coming off a tough loss and then coming out in a 13-0 lead. It was just great. I mean, our defense, we came out with an attitude, and it was just awesome.
And you guys seemed to keep that momentum throughout the game, which was good. And how do you think this win is gonna pull through to your next game and the next one and the next one?
Oh, it's an example. We set an example of how we want to play for the rest of the season, and it should drive us right through the rest of the season, hopefully in our first game of our conference matchup.
All right, thank you.
And for the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Jesse Ramirez saying thank you for watching this evening. The Clinton Redskins win it tonight, beating the Blissfield Royals by the final score of 56-33.
In our next broadcast, Week 3 takes the Lenawee Sports crew to Bulldog Country, where the ladies of Morenci host the Madison Lady Trojans in a Tri-County Conference matchup. Want to see if we're coming to your town? Get connected to LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for LSN's broadcast schedule. Also, check us out on YouTube and subscribe to LISD TV's channel for all of our full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
We've got a tie atop the LCAA standings. Count that baby in a foul. The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morenci is going to the President's Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.